Listening? Are you really listening? Or just waiting to say something? More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, where I share with you my journey towards understanding who I am, knowing myself so I can be myself, so I can be true to myself. Episode 6, 5, 8. Cha-ching, yeah. So what about you? Do you listen? Are you really listening? Or maybe you just wait to say something. Ever happened to you? Have you ever been in a conversation with a friend? You were listening and then you started to have ideas, suggestions that you want to share, but you didn't want to interrupt them. So you found yourself sort of listening to them, but really just waiting to say what you have on your mind, to share your idea, your specific idea, your suggestion, maybe your advice. Well, as I shared with you in the last few episodes, I was in this situation. I was talking to a friend and they were listening to me. And then I just sensed that they sort of stopped listening to me, because they started coming up with all this advice and suggestions, and I didn't feel that I was understood. And they were already brainstorming ideas. How can we solve it? How can we make it better? I didn't even define it as a problem. I didn't even ask for help or advice. So still, as I share with you, I remind myself that my friend only wants to help. His intentions are pure. He wants to help. But the thing is, if we want to, at least in my opinion, if we want to help, if we want to make a difference in other people's lives, I think the first stage is listening, understanding what's happening to them, because their life is different. They have different challenges, they have different ambitions, they want different things, they have different skills, different abilities. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen to me. It does happen to me when I have ideas, I have suggestions, but I try to take a deep breath and listen for the sake of listening. Listen for the sake of understanding. And then, if they ask for advice, then if they ask for help, but first, listening. I try not to get to this point when I'm sort of just waiting for them to stop speaking so I could say what I want to say. Because when I listen, when I truly listen, I don't have anything to say. I just listen, I just absorb. I'm like a big sponge. I just absorb the information. The only thing that I can say, the only thing that I find myself saying that I want to say is questions. I want to ask questions so I can understand better. So for me, asking questions is still part of the listening process. And for me, listening is an essential, big part, the first part, when I want to make a difference. Sometimes I would just listen without making a difference, without giving help. And that's totally okay, because I was listening for the sake of listening. Only after that, I can realize if they even want help, if they need help, maybe they know the solution. Maybe everything is clear for them. Maybe after I was listening to them and they were able to articulate what they want, what they need to do, what they plan to do, maybe everything is clear for them. So all I did was just being there for them, listening. Listen for the sake of listening. And this is what I want to share with you in this episode. So back to you. Think about one person in your life that you want to understand more. And just consider listening to them. Listening for the sake of listening. Do it today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.